Hey everybody, it is I, Jay's Journey. I'm back in Connecticut. I had a lot of fun. There will be videos in the making. Um, I wasn't really planning on doing a video, but I kind of had to get it off my chest a little bit. um, and it was just it's nothing bad. It's actually, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it into words. Really, I'm just still at a shock. Um, I don't even know how to put it. You know, today early this morning. Sorry for you know, the sun, but this morning, I'm telling you, uh, my mother woke me up probably about like 9:30 this morning, and she told me that that her sister, my aunt, wanted me uh, to be home, to stay home. That she needed to talk to me about something, and a lot of things were kind of going through my mind about it. I really didn't know what to expect. I thought my aunt wanted to, tell me some more bad news. And I probably, at this point, really can't handle much more bad news right about now because there's been already uh, a lot of deaths already, within the past few months. First, it was my uncle, then it was my father's um, my father's sister. So my aunt on my father's side had passed away just recently, and then one of my classmates slash a kid that I grew up with. Um, when I was down in Georgia, I found out he had passed away. And then another, not even a few days after that, was one of my close friends um, has had passed away as well. So there's been, a lot of things, going on in, life in general that's been, been thrown at me for the past few years already, with a lot of people that have been passing away that have been recently close to me, and so on and so forth. But the reason why I'm making this video is, first, don't take life for granted. Live day by day, enjoy life. Stop the hatred. So, show what the American dream is all about. Living the life, freedom, working hard, being friendly to everybody, loving one another. Myself and Luan definitely saw that, of hospitality, love, respect, everything down in Georgia. Man, it's windy. And sorry for the wind, everybody. But man, that's how it should be everywhere in this world. But like I said, the reason why I'm actually making the video, let me try this again, is because, my aunt wanted to see me for some reason. And trust me when I tell you, I thought it was, really some bad news. That's what I really thought. Some bad news. So it's been about 2 months since my uncle passing away. And didn't expect nothing. Didn't expect, I just didn't expect nothing. It was, saying our last goodbyes to our uncle, and that was it. But that kind of changed. It brought up a lot of mixed emotions. It brought a lot of other emotions upon myself. And, I was on the phone with Luan, doing a video chat with her, talking to her, and my aunt finally got to the house, and we go outside. I take the phone with me, and my aunt was talking to Luan, because my aunt loves Luan, and my aunt gives me a hug and pulls out something out of her back pocket. So like I said, I wasn't expecting nothing. But maybe I in my mind, I really thought the first thing that came on in my mind was that my uncle maybe sent, had a letter or something for me, or maybe even, $20, because that's what he used to give me, or sometimes he used to give me $50 because I was like one of his favorite nephews. That was pretty much like him. So my, comes up to me, gives me a hug, and hands me the envelope, and I'm like, "What's this?" And she goes, "This is from your uncle's estate, all his belongings and so on and so forth." And, I had Luan on the phone, and me just talking about it right about now, I feel like choked up and about to cry about it, because I really miss my uncle. Always looked up to him. I looked up to my godfather, but there was things of me, like my uncle. They said the family always said, "Man, Jay, you're a spitting image of your uncle." You will do anything for anybody, regardless if it's your last dollar, but it always makes you happy because you see a person smiling. So, after I, my, so after my aunt left with my mother, her sister, and my uncle, I go back in the room. Sorry for the wind. I go back in my room, and, Luan's on the phone. I get on my bed and I just sit there and look at the envelope. And I'm thinking, could there be a letter? Or that $50 that my uncle used to, give me when I was younger, because I was his favorite. So I would have never expected that one thing. So I, I had Luan, still on video chat with me. And she's just, sitting there looking at me. I keep on looking at that envelope. And like I said, I didn't expect nothing. I really didn't. So she goes, well, Are you gonna open up that envelope, and maybe it's a letter. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's that $50 that your uncle used to give you back in the day, maybe." So I rip it open. And I literally ripped that envelope open. And I couldn't even believe what I saw. And the one thing that what really even struck me even more, and like I said, I miss my uncle deeply, that I would have, when I saw what I saw and what symbolized so many emotions and everything, was what I saw. Even though, like I said, I wasn't expecting nothing, but when I pulled what was out of that envelope, was meaningful in a sense of, man, guess my uncle was looking down on me today and still is looking down on me with this, with my rough times. But I always have a smile on my face from, losing my job, getting laid off from my job, to losing him, to losing my aunt, to losing a friend that I grew up with, and another friend that I knew for a long time as well. I know money is not everything, and I still believe in that. But when I pulled it out, because my uncle never, he was the rich one of the family, and he always had pristine dollar bills. When I say pristine, anytime he went to the bank, he only asked for pristine hundreds, 50s, 20s, 10s, and 5s. No singles. But within 2 to 3 years before this whole situation of his passing, he didn't even have any more money because he lived life. He never had kids, but he did have nephews and nieces. But the moral of this whole thing is, so when I pulled that money out, it was pristine, crisp, $100 bills. It's not a lot. It was a few $100s, and I was with a whole bunch of emotions because those crisp $100 bills meant so much, because they were from his estate. Everything that he owned and what was sold, what was given to the families, to my aunts and uncles and nephews and nieces, and but my aunt, sold whatever, they sold his, the truck and, his nice truck and some of his other things that he had. And, the expenses were paid for his burial and, stuff like that. Cremation and everything. Ended up being enough to give his nieces and nephews money, and even some of the brothers and sisters, the two sisters and one brother. So it just seemed like my uncle was telling all of us, even though there's rough times, he was there to, help us out in those rough times, even though he was gone. So what I'm going to do is just save it. Save those $100 crisp, mint condition $100 bills. And just wait until that day to when I feel like I'm going to go live life to the fullest. I'm going to save that money in this rough times and just remember that he's, still looking down on me and my family. And that he's still in our hearts and he's still looking down. So like I said, everybody, today was a blessed day for me, I guess you could say, in a sense, but with a lot of mixed emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of hurt, a lot of sorrow still built. But kind of made me happy at the sense that my uncle knew I was thinking about him and surprised me with his presence. And man, took me for a loop. But right now I'm just at the Riverwalk and looking up at the sky. And I'm about to go to Home Depot because I have to do stuff. I got to get a few things as well. Because it's about to be winter. It's about to be winter. and I'm gonna put the plastic up from my mother's windows and get a few little minor things. So well, everybody, I've talked, enough, and let me cut through this grass, this field, and what I'm gonna do is, end this, and no, I'm not gonna walk on this grass. Grass is wet. So, everybody, don't take life for granted. Love your family. Love your family is the topic, really. Love them. If you had an argument with your family or your loved ones or your cousin, your brother, sister, or uncle, whatever it is, whatever it might be, whatever it is, just reach out and just fix it. You know what I mean? Just fix it. Just fix it. That's the whole thing I'm about to say. Just get rid of all that anger and just fix it, because we don't even know how long we're gonna stay on this earth. I could be even gone tomorrow. Don't even know. So, like I said, everybody, love everybody. Love your family, your friends. And get that hatred, and it's all stress that y'all don't need. So, and try to spend time with your family as much as you could. That's what it's about, family. So, everybody, God bless. I love y'all. And you'll be seeing, like I said, more of actually, I'm creating the videos right now as we speak. Jeez. So when I get home, I'm gonna start creating more, do a lot of editing and so on and so forth of my videos when I was myself and Luan down in Georgia. And you'll be seeing that within a few days, the beginning of us on my trip to Georgia. So, everybody, let me get in the shade. So, everybody, like I said, I love y'all. Thank you for supporting my channel. And thank you for listening to me talk about today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, from my family to y'all, I love y'all. And at this, rough times of this virus, love your family and be safe. Make sure your family is safe. And that's the only thing I ask for. Like I said, everybody, I love y'all. Peace and love and happiness. God bless everybody.